All right, Scott, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stop it. Come on. All right, so we're going to have a little fun here. Would that be okay?
Yes, sir.
So how many, this is the first time you've ever seen me or you've seen me before?
Everybody
For the rest of you, let that sink in for a second because I'm trying to get your attention. It would really be good just from the fact that this is really not about the direct sale organization. That's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is really taking this and wrapping it up and what's really important. Why am I here? Ken just said I was a Get Motivated speaker. Colin Powell, me, Rudy Giuliani, Laura Bush. How the heck did I get there? Anybody want to know that story?
Yes.
It's called networking. 10 years ago, there was an event in Dallas, Texas, and these guys retained me to go speak there. And after we were done speaking, I noticed there were way too many people than there were staff. And I said, can I possibly be of assistance to you for the rest of the weekend? I live here, you don't. You don't have enough people. I'll be here to help you if you'd like. They said, well, we can't pay you. I said, when did I ever ask to be paid? I said, I am here to serve you. I've already done the talk. I see that there's demand, there's need. I'll do that. Would that be okay? They said that would be great. 5 years later, I'm speaking at the Marina Hotel in Sarasota, Florida. The guy who retained me to do that walks into the room. I go, hey, Rick, how you doing? He goes, you remember me? I said, I remember every guy I spent a weekend at the Hotel Intercontinental in Dallas with. No, it wasn't like that. Anyway, I said, of course I do. He ended up buying the product that I was selling from the platform that day, $4,000. 5 years later, he was responsible for all the speakers at Get Motivated. They had a meeting between the powers to be, the CEO, the owner, and himself. And they said, who's the best speaker in the country who's not on our platform? They all prayed about it. They all wrote a name on the piece of paper. They all opened it. It was all me. They called me and said, would you like to do this? I said, absolutely, because I'm allergic to lightning. I think this is a God thing. They said, we said too. So again, I was a 10-year overnight sensation. Do you understand that networking is not about what happens that day? It's really about what happens for a lifetime. Quite frankly, I'm in a 24/7, 365 forever business. What is that business? Quite frankly, you're all in the exact same business. Did you realize we share the exact same business? Do you know what it is?
Selling yourself.
Close.
Relationship building.
Close. Come on, we're all in the exact same business. You don't even know what business you're in? Life. True. What business are you in? There's only one business.
People business. Sales.
We're in the results business. It's the only business we're in. We're all put on this planet to deliver results in whatever our specific categories are, or whatever our specific opportunities are. It doesn't matter. The direct sale opportunity that we just came out with, we launched a week ago. We've got over 6,200 associates in the first week. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Now, whether that's something that you like or not like is irrelevant. It is a vehicle that allows you to produce the results in your life to do it. I am not a realtor. There's a lot of you that like being realtors. God bless you. Not for me. It is for you. Get it? That's a vehicle. Everything that we do is simply about the vehicle we have and the opportunities that we use that vehicle for. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So understand this networking and getting to know people and creating relationships, while I would have preferred to be on that stage sooner than that, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. It's just what it is. See, when I come up stage, whether I'm on a Get Motivated stage in front of 22,000 people or I'm here, my pregame prayer is the exact same. Lord, allow me to impact 100% of the lives in this audience positively in one way, shape, or form. Only you know who you sent here to hear this message. Allow me to do the best I can to deliver that message, be a vehicle, and of service to you. See, that's all I can control, is a high intention and a low attachment. A high intention of imparting something good here in the little bit of time that I have with y'all, and a low attachment as to what that means for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
See, we tend to go into networking groups, and all of a sudden, it's like we have this urge to purge, right? The verbal vomit. Let me tell you why I'm the best of it, whatever. Ew. And you come out of the group and you go, this group stinks. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Well, you just threw up on them. Of course they don't want to talk to you. It's messy, right? Whereas if you say, as an example, not too long ago I was at a networking group in Dallas. There were 57 people there. The organizer said, this is so awesome. Last month when we started this group, there were 7 people here. The second month, there are 57 people here. This is like the greatest thing ever. I said, it's really cool. So the meeting went, everybody got up, started to sell the room. I was number 52. I was the 52nd person to go in line, right? Everybody, the first 51 people tried to sell the room. I said, you know what, my name is Scott Schilling. I'm a speaker, trainer, business coach, and author. And as much as I'd like you to really want to know all that, I haven't earned the right for you to even know that. So what I want to do is I want to serve you all. I've got a kind of a cool book I'd like to send you. It's called, you can go to twgfreegift.com. You can download one of my books. And after by the way, if you're not writing, you should. twgfreegift.com. And after you download my book and you get to know a little bit of who I am and feel my heart, if I can be of service to you after that, please feel free to call on me. That was my 30 seconds. How many people came up to me after the meeting? 52. Basically, all except for a handful of people came up to me and said, you're the only person that didn't sell the room. Duh. I teach, don't sell the room. Doesn't make any sense. There's 3 absolutes in any presentation. I don't care if it's a sales presentation. I don't care if it's a speech. I don't care if it's a networking group. It's your 30 seconds. There's 3 absolutes in any presentation. Have you ever heard there's no such thing as an absolute? You've all heard that, right?
Yeah.
They're right, except for these 3. These 3 are absolute. The first is W-I-I-F-T. What is W-I-I-F-T? What's in it for them? It's a T, not an M, John. What's in it for them? You've got to come from a place of others orientation. You have to have that high intention, that low attachment. You have to desire to impart something good. Ken Renner and I met each other at a Get Motivated seminar. I said, Ken, if there's ever anything I can do to be of service to you anytime, call on me. We've done a number of different events. When he said, I'm doing this networking event down in Austin, I said, can I help you? He said, I've got all my speakers. I didn't say, can I come and be a speaker? I said, can I help you?
That's true.
Right? The fact of the matter is, he goes, we were standing back there, I said, do you want me to talk? He goes, oh, I forgot about you. Okay, cool. It's not about me. Do you get it? It's about wanting to serve. I came out of the Zig Ziglar school when I was 17 years old back in the 1970s as a young child. The only one that knows math. Okay. So I read See You at the Top, and it imparted something on my soul. You can have anything in life you want when you simply help enough other people get what they want. It's been my life mantra. It's everything I've done. I've done 2,000 talks around the country and the world over the last 8 years. I've sold $25 million worth of product from the stage. You don't know my name. I've shared the stage with every name you know. You don't know mine. It's not about me. It's about them. The reason I get asked back to speak at places is because, number one, it's the promoter. You always take care of the promoter. The promoter is right, even when they're really not. The promoter is always right. Best event I've ever, I know I was supposed to have a half hour, I only had 6 minutes. Thank you for those 6 minutes. You know, God bless you for putting this group together. It was awesome. You get it? It's about the promoter. Number two, it's about the audience. It's about imparting something to the audience that they can take away, some kind of nugget, something that they leave and go, you know what? I am so excited that promoter put that event on. I want to come to his next event. Once again, Notice it wasn't that the speaker did something so great for you, it's that the promoter provided the environment for that piece of knowledge to show up. And then, and maybe then, you turn towards yourself and what you have. Do you get it?
Yes.
We tend to go into events all the time and it's only about us, and it's only, so you've got to come from an others orientation. That's the first absolute. Second absolute, you've heard it a couple times this weekend, but people do business with those they know, like, and trust. If I don't know you, I don't like you. If I don't like you, I don't trust you. End of conversation. People get married to those they know, like, and trust. If I don't know you, I don't like you. If I don't like you, I don't trust you. The reason we're at 52% divorce rate, trust has gone. Simple. We can solve this in a heartbeat. Learn trust. Get Stephen M. Covey's book, Speed of Trust. Learn trust, your business will explode. It's all about trust. Right? Trust is hard to earn. It's easy to lose. If you come out of here and made a relationship and say, I'm going to contact you on Tuesday, by God, you better contact them on Tuesday. Even if it's to say, I'm too dang busy to contact you today, but I'm contacting you. Do you get it? That's trust. You've got to, if you say, my signature in my emails is, please let me know how I can be of service to you. Every once in a while, I'll get an email back that goes, what are you trying to get out of me? Nothing. Well, you must. Nobody just offers their service. I do. You know why? I can't control how you respond to it. I can only control to my outbound intention. Once I say this to every audience, doesn't matter how many people in the crowd. Now that we've met, I am in your life for the rest of your life. No, I'm not a stalker. So no. What I mean by that is if there's ever anything I can do for you, ever, anything, call on me. My email, very complex, scott@scottschilling.com. It's my name. Not so you could remember it, so I could. Right? The point is, and I'm serious about that. Now you say, Scott, so you're standing in front of 22,000 people and you say, here's my email address? I say yes. You know why? 2 reasons. I can only control my outbound gesture, and the vast majority of people will never use it. Not my issue. It's not my issue that they don't use it. It's my issue that I offered it. Do you get it? It's about being an offer of service. How many of you think I would like you all to partake in every offer that's happened here this weekend? For those of you that don't have your hand up, raise your hand. Of course I would. Do you think I'd like you to become part of our company? Of course I would. Do you think I'd like you to retain me as a coach? Of course I would. But I haven't earned that right yet. It will take whatever it will take to get you to know me, like me, and trust me. And then and only then will we have an opportunity to work together. Does that make sense? So again, I mean, I think it's funny. I've done 2,000 events. I see everybody selling everything all the time. And I see how they hack it up every time. Because it's all about them. I'm the world's greatest. What? How are you the best at that? And again, I don't want to even touch on any categories that are here, but I have been in so many events where people have sold $1 million ideas that drive a Kia. You're selling me $1 million idea, you're driving a Kia, dude. Well, yeah, I don't use my own stuff. Are you kidding me? If you're not, integrity, Terry, wholeness. 1, the integer. How you do anything is how you do everything. Who you are behind closed doors, who you are out in public, who you are in front of the stage, who you are backstage. I have traveled the world. I've been very blessed to share the green room with amazing people and many of their nieces. And it's amazing how great their relationship is. Their relations, their relatives. I mean, there's a new niece in every town. It's just crazy, right? The point is, people do business with those they know, like, and trust. That defeats trust pretty quick, right? My wife and I have been blessed to be married 18 years. How do you do that when you travel the country and the world, speak 2,000 times in 8 years? Really easy. Before we got married, we said we're going to be married forever. Takes a lot of stuff right off the table. You don't have to worry about it. It's trust, right? It's the exact same in business. But the third absolute is the thing that most people forget about. And that is people take action when they're ready, not when you're ready. You can stand up here all day long and say, my product's the best, you gotta buy this, don't you understand? I offer greater service than anything else. And if they think you're just a bit hinky, they don't know you, like you, or trust you, and you start demanding those things, guess what? You'll never have trust. And when you never have trust, you never have business. So again, understand that people take action when they're ready. If you're not doing enough business today, it's not because of what you did today. Today's activity does not determine today's volume. Today's activity was determined by what you did 30, 60, 90 days ago. If you don't have enough business today, get to work today. By the way, you're not going to get it today. But it's going to happen 30, 60, or 90 days from now. That's why you've got to come. You've got to engage in these things. Ken said, well, I don't have a speaking spot for you. I said, okay, I'll come down and hang out with you. Right? We're doing some other business things together. We're launching a community for men of faith. We want to inspire and empower and lift people up. Okay, so if we don't get to do any of the other stuff, we'll talk about that. Or who knows, maybe you'll meet somebody cool like Mike, right? Or Terry, or Mark, or anybody in this room. Unless you're Kreskin, you got no idea what could work in this room. Stop walking into a room and going, I'm going to hunt down that one. Because it's always the one that you don't think about that really cuts you the deal. Right? But it happens all the time. What kind of car do you drive? Oh, really? I'm not talking to you. Really? The three absolutes. What's in it for them? People do business with those they know, like, and trust. People take action when they're ready. Nurture these relationships. This is all about relationship building. This is all about taking it to a new and better level. This is all about offering yourself to be of service to another. Because it's only through service that anything happens. We're in the results business. If I can be of service to somebody, I'll be in service. Well, you don't seem to understand. You're not going to get paid today on that. Okay. Because again, if I need to get paid today, then I haven't done enough stuff yesterday. One of the reasons people ask, you know, Scott, wait a second, you've shared all these stages, you've done all this different stuff. Why would you become part of network marketing? Right? Let me give you the answer. It's very simple. You can't pray, God, use my talents and capabilities to serve you and build your kingdom, and add the addendum, except through network marketing. See, when you say, use my talents and capabilities to make the world a better place, and something gets delivered, you use what's delivered. Do you understand? Stop asking for stuff to come into your world to make a difference in other people's lives, and then not use what shows up. What do? I speak, I train, I coach, I lift people up, I inspire. It's kind of like with a team of salespeople. What difference does the name make in it, right? It's the exact same thing that you're doing to your prospects. If you're not lifting them up, if you're not giving them hope, if you're not giving, that's why Ken does such an awesome job with the YouTube marketing. It just takes and puts people in the forefront. He's serving the community. He's serving the buyers. He's serving the sellers. And through that service, he gets recognized. Novel concept. Serve first. The rest takes care of itself. Is this making some sense?
Amen.
So, I'm going to, believe it or not, I got a book. I'm sorry. I've actually got 12 books. So, but I've only got one in my hand right now. So, here's what I want to share with this. Basically, we took one of my clients from 8 million to 100 million in 5 years. Anybody like that kind of growth? It's one of the reasons we're launching this company, right? Basically, they paid me a stupid amount of money. I was very grateful for that stupid amount of money, but they paid me a stupid amount of money to create and train everybody to do that. We took that and put it into this book. It's called Without Customers, You Got Nothing. Now, one of my buddies who's the CEO of a $3 billion company He said, "You can't. That's a terrible title for a book." I said, "Why's that?" He said, "Because, it's not grammatically correct." I said, "Okay." I said, "Let me ask you a question." He said, "What's that?" I said, "Without customers, what do you got?" He goes, "You got nothing." Real, raw, and relevant. This is the process that we use to take a company from 8 million to 100 million in 5 years. Who wants it?
I'll give you $20 for it.
Awesome. Who wants it?
Go Tracy.
Now, isn't it interesting? The vast majority of you, God bless you, wanted it. You all heard what it did. You all heard the results that it's produced. I was even offered money for it. Right? What did it take? It took getting off your butt. Do you understand that nothing that you've learned here in this day and a half is worth bupkis unless you get off your butt? Unless you take this information and you now take it to the street and do something with it. The relationships you've made here, unless you nurture those relationships, unless you take this information and build it from this point forward, why were you here? For the lasagna? I mean, it's awesome. I'm going to get a plate right after this. But is that what it's about? Or is it about what you can do? And understand, it's about serving each other so that we can serve each other. When people say, "Scott, you're a speaker, a trainer, a business coach, an author, what do you do?" The short answer is, I help people help people. All of you can adopt that for your networking, because that's what it is. We help people help people. I'll leave you with one last thing. When I was blessed enough to have lunch with Zig Ziglar before he passed, obviously. Why I needed to throw that in, I don't know. But I had lunch with Julie Ziegler Norman and Gene, the redhead, and Zig. And I got to really thank him for what he did in my life. And I never realized. I said, "Zig, as soon as I adopted that statement of you can have anything in life you want when you simply help enough other people get what they want, it's amazing what it does to you." And I said, "I just want to thank you. It's been my life pursuit. It will continue to be." He said, "Thank you so much." So we had just some great conversation. And as we were walking out, we were getting pictures. We did a hostage exchange. I signed a book to him. He signed a book to me. We got all these pictures. And I said, "Zig, thank you so much." And he said, "Scott, one last thing." I said, "Yes." He said, "If you're ever discouraged or missing the encouragement you need, always remember that at least at one point, even Moses was a basket case." I leaned in and I said, "Zig, you still got it." He goes, "I always will." Zig is dancing with Jesus right now. He's looking over this going, look at these people that can go out and serve the greater good. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Ken. God bless.